Day 688 being Christopher Cruz. Woo! God gave me a spiritual spanking today like I have never had before. And feels great. Didn't feel good in the moment, but I feel so surrendered. Humility is one of the best feelings in the world. Humility is like such a peaceful feeling. You know, when you don't have humility, when you're not humble, when you always have to be right, you walk around with tension. You walk around with like trying to prove this and prove that, and you walk around with resistance to this and resistance to that. And humility, you walk around with this level of freedom and peace because you're not walking around trying to prove something. Like, you're not worried about proving anything. You're not trying to prove your self-worth. You're not trying to prove that you're right. You're not trying to argue. You're not looking for fights to pick. You're not doing any of that stuff. And so it's just like when you walk in humility, you walk in peace. And I feel that so much right now, even though today freaking sucked. Today was so challenging. My ego got destroyed multiple times. I had to look at myself in the mirror and it hurt and I didn't like what I saw. But God is purifying me. He is putting me in the furnace to get out all the impurities and the things that don't work and the things that he needs me to get rid of in order for me to step into the next level and the next phase of my life that he wants me to step into. And so today has been unbelievably powerful. And the stuff that I learned from my pastor, and the things that he taught today, and I got to have multiple conversations with him afterwards, and seeing this example and that example, one of my friends in the internship, and it was just like God just brought so much together in one day. He brought so much wisdom together in one day that rocked my soul, that shook me to my core in the best way. And it like shook off like the shit. It was just like, nope, this isn't you, that doesn't work, this isn't good, that doesn't it. Like, it was just like, it was so powerful and so what I needed, because the devil is so deceptive. He's so sneaky. It's just like, dang, he's just, oh, man. So yeah, very, very humbling day. And I need to remember this feeling of humility. It is one of the most peaceful feelings that I've ever felt, because there's no fighting, there's no resisting, there's no resistance. There's no resistance to anything or anyone, because you're not walking around trying to prove yourself. You're not walking around trying to be right. You're not walking around constantly on guard that someone's going to invalidate you or prove you wrong, or they're going to be right over you, or you're going to look stupid or look bad or look dumb or whatever. It's just like, humility is just... And I read this book where this guy had this experience of heaven, and he said that in heaven, the people that are honored the most are not the people wearing, you know, gold chest plates or anything like that. The people that are the most honored in heaven are the people that walk around with a dirty, nasty cloak, and it's called a cloak of humility. And it's the thing that's most honored in heaven, is that level of humility, not pride, it's humility. And that's what Jesus did. You know, he was humble, and, you know, he rode into the town on a donkey. Like, he showed us what true humility is. Even though he was the king of the universe, you know, he was the most humble. And there's so much peace in that, and there's so much surrender in that. When you have humility, you have faith, and you're surrendering to God, and you're like not like trying to control everything, because you're not like, God, I know how to do this better. It's like, no, God, I have no idea what I'm doing, and that's the truth, and it's okay with it. I'm okay with that. I don't have to prove anything, and I'm open to receive. I'm open to learn. So I always thought humility was a bad thing. I always thought getting put in your place was a bad thing, but it's actually a great thing. Being humble is a great thing. It is peace. Humility is peace.